You know a little bit about Maslow's hierarchy of needs. You've also seen Maslow's extended and revised version of his hierarchy of needs. But how does this relate to our contemporary society? After all, Maslow was around in the 1950s and 60s, and for you, that's the Dark Ages. Wow, it was last century, wasn't it? Let's have a look at contemporary society today then. Let's take as an example a homeless person. Are their physiological needs being met? Well, you'd have to say no. They certainly don't have access to shelter. They usually don't have access to adequate food. Look at the next one, the safety needs. Oftentimes their safety is compromised because they're sleeping rough. Does that mean their social needs can't be met? Quite often homeless people have quite a strong community. They have a sense of community. There are also examples of homeless people achieving tremendous things in the community. So they have that sense of their social needs and their esteem needs being met. Therefore, it's not absolutely essential to meet each of those needs, the base needs, in order to move up to the next level and achieve those other needs. It is possible for somebody who can't meet their physiological needs to still achieve esteem needs or even possibly self-actualization. Let's look at another example of a disabled person. And the best example that comes to mind for me is Stephen Hawking. He is probably the preeminent physicist in the world today. And yet as a 21-year-old he was diagnosed with motor neurone disease. That's something that probably should have killed him within a couple of years, and yet he's still alive now, he's in his 70s. He's come up with amazing theories about how the world operates. In fact, there's a movie called The Theory of Everything, and if you're interested in it, you probably should see if you can go and have a look at it. You may be able to get it out on DVD. Certainly if you're watching this in 2015, the movie's only just been released, so it's going to be in the cinemas. Stephen Hawking has massive disabilities. On your sheet, there's a couple of URLs, so you can go to websites and have a look at him. You can also listen to him talking. His thoughts are actually recorded through a computer because he can't speak anymore, nor can he use his hands. If you have a look at cognitive needs, the need for knowledge, the thirst for knowledge, absolutely and without a doubt, Stephen Hawking has achieved his cognitive needs. Certainly self-actualization, and I would even argue that he has achieved transcendence. He is absolutely content with where he is, with who he is, with his knowledge, and he's making a magnificent contribution to society. So in our contemporary world, we need to look at Maslow's hierarchy in a slightly different way. You don't need to meet each of those needs in order to be motivated to reach higher needs. Obviously, the more of these needs you can satisfy, the greater your chances and opportunities to achieve ultimate well-being.